Hey guys, Xander here with another Alpha Strike video, and today we have another edition of our limited resources. We are going to be doing another draft of Ravnica Allegiance. This is going to be our third draft, so no, our fourth draft. It'll be our third recorded draft. We did one. I can't remember if it was in between second and third or if it was our first one. Anyways, doesn't really matter. But so we've done 3 drafts. I think our record is not fantastic. It's 7-6 overall. Yeah, 7-6. So we're above 500. We've been, something like that. I can't remember. We might actually. We've done 4 drafts. Semantics doesn't really matter. You guys don't really care. Heck, you guys may even know more than I do anyways. But we're going to dive right in. Alright, so our rare is Mirror March. Whenever a non-token creature enters the battlefield under our control, we flip a coin until we lose a flip. For each flip 1, create a token that's a copy of that creature. Those gain haste, exile them at the beginning of the end step. Getting Racketeers, I'm not too impressed with. I don't think so. Clamor Shaman. 1/1 right. Whenever it attacks, target creature and opponent controls can't block turn. Seems pretty good. I would like to, honestly, I was thinking I'd like to draft, Gruul, or even Rakdos. We also had Arnix, not bad. 4/4/4. Growth Spirals, just great. We're gonna go ahead and try out the Shaman. I think, as far as power level goes, it's the most powerful card here. So let's start with that. So we're missing the rare here. We have Carnarium. It's basically an infest. Macabre Mockery. Incubation. Spear Spewer. Final Payment. So our 2 best cards in this pack are going to be between Incubation and Final Payment. This could be, just a one-sided part of Gruul, which wouldn't be the worst part if we end up splashing blue. It's a solid pick. Final Payment is just a great removal spell. Could be a Mard. I'm not really sure, to tell you the truth. I mean, only a handful of drafts in, which is better. I wish, we had a few more picks into here before we had this. Because the problem is these are both potentially two color requirements outside of what we've already picked. Again, what we're supposed to talk about, we got to almost pretend like we never even picked that card when we're in our first 3 to 4 picks. So I think I'm going to take Incubation just because it's something we can do on turn 1. So we have a Daggercaster, a Rubble Belt Runner, we have another Final Payment here, and we have a Vindictive Vampire. Again, I like the Final Payment. It doesn't fit here. Again, we're not thinking about that. I know this is a good card, but I think we're going to take the Daggercaster here. Give that a try. Oof. Yeah, they keep seeing us now. It's like, yeah, we could have been We got 3 good Orzhov picks here. Bankrupt in Blood. Sacrifice 2 creatures to draw 3 cards. Seems a bit steep. 20 Strength. Just grab a 2-drop cat here. Spikle Acrobat. I have not seen that played. I have not played it. I think we're probably supposed to just take Thrall here, honestly. Kind of feels bad after going here, but you know what? Maybe Incubation doesn't get played and we splash red. I don't know. That's the right pick. Ugh. What I kind of got to say to this one. I mean, if we were Simic, I would take that. Territorial Boar is worth a pickup here. Titanic Brawl is probably, I mean, if we end up being Gruul, that's probably the pick. So let's go ahead and take Titanic Brawl here. Collision, reasonable. And seeing that this late, kind of says maybe we are in Gruul. Other options for us could be the Slinger or even Gruul Guildgate, but we're just going to take Collision Colossus here. So this is kind of cute with Daggercaster. So we go full control. I mean, it costs 6, but with its trigger on the stack, we cast Blade Brand and we clear their board. So yeah, that might be worth the trick. Rumbling Ruin, 6/6, enters battlefield. Count the number of +1 counters of creature you control. Creature your opponents control with power less than that or equal to that number can't block this turn. Seems a little high cost for us. Do you see a reason to grab Simic Guildgate? I mean, 6, maybe 6/6 for 6 is reasonable. We're not. I mean, if we are Gruul, we are gonna maybe have some riots. This could just swing a game potentially too. Let's try it. Probably just open the gates here. Again, I mean, as of right now, we're not playing any blue because I'd much rather play Blade Brand over Incubation, or at least over the incongruity portion. So I think that kind of takes out our Gross Battle. We're not really rampy. It's too hard to tell yet, though. So let's go ahead and take open the gates. Well, this is nice. We've got two cards, kind of in a color. Kind of want to try out the Mockery. I don't think we really want to look at double black right now, or the Guildgate's reasonable. I think at this point in time, the Guildgate may be more valuable than the Macabre. Sure, we'll see. May not play it. Definitely want the Guildgate over the Blood. Just a sideboard card. Yeah, you never know. Okay. Probably going to be taking Zagano. Just for several different reasons. It's just extremely powerful. 4/4 for 4, rare, adapt, gives trample. We may be riding, I'm not sure. Let's see, Carnival is reasonable. I mean, 1 extra cost Blightning. No, probably not. Juggler, though, is reasonable. I don't know. This is tough. I mean, we could. I don't know. We're really in any solid color right now. We could still splash 1 of black. So let's try Zagano. Let's just see where we go. Ooh, sweet. So Ravager Worm, 4/5 right. When enters the battlefield, we'll choose up to 1. Fights target creature I don't control. Destroy target land with activated ability. So you know, we just make a 5/6 and have it fight something. Seems very reasonable. We also have Sunder Shaman. Jeez. I think we want to fight, probably, more than that. I'd love to see that come back around. We'll take the Ravager Worm as a mythic. Power level, we'll definitely play with something like that. So, 10-3 Dodger, can't be blocked. This turn except by creatures with Defender. Depose, Deploy. I like the card to an extent, but it's not what we're going to be playing. Either one of those. 2/2, Death Touch for 3. Fiend might be reasonable. The Knight's great. I mean, hopefully if this was a pod, you'd have a couple of blue-white guys fighting over. Herm. I don't know that we're really that aggressive. I think I would rather have either one of the. I don't know. This is tough. I think we're gonna. Again, that's putting us into black for sure. Which, yeah, I don't know. This helps trigger. Alright, yeah, sure, we'll grab that. I don't know if we're going to play it, but we're going to grab it. Artist. Starting to look very Jundy. Yeah, sure. Like I said, we could be very, very much a Jund deck. Okay, so we already have 1 Blade Brand. I think we just keep the 1 Blade Brand. I think I'd rather have the Juggler here over the Mangler. I think. A little card advantage. Another Artist. Sure, I think so. I mean, it's definitely changing the shape of our deck to... yeah, I mean, it's a pseudo removal spell. So we're going to throw that in. Oof. Ram is nice pickup. Especially if we can pick up some more gates somewhere here. So the Carnival came back around. Probably not going to get played. We're looking to pick up some gates here. A little high cost. But it's just a straight up removal spell. Yes. sure. Thank you. Yeah. Alright. So, got Font of Agonies. Whenever you pay life, put that many blood counters. Move for destroy target creature. Pay life. We don't have anything we're paying life currently. So Wilderness Reclamation, really not looking. I love the card. Doesn't fit this deck. Regenesis, maybe. Engineer, no. Shade, no. Gravelhide Goblin. It's a 2-drop. We've only got a couple 2-drops, so maybe there. No Gathering. Kind of want the Guildgate for a few different reasons. I'm actually going to take the Guildgate here. Rhythm of the Wild. Sweet. We also have a Ceratok, 4/4/4, but I think we want Rhythm. Actually, no, I want Rhythm. Infiltrator. Not really looking to sack creatures. Skewer. Yeah. Another Ram. Jeez. Okay. Now we're definitely another Brawl. Yeah. We'd like another Gate in our colors per se. Probably going to pick the Hybrid here just for another 2-drop. We could take the Orzhov just for the black side. We don't have any white splash, so that's probably not going to happen. We'll take the Hybrid here. Probably take this Simic Guildgate. Then we are nothing here looks great. We could take a 2-drop. I don't think we play Quench. We've already got one Caretaker. We wouldn't run more than one Caretaker, realistically. So, sure, we'll take the Girl Maka. Could have took the other Gathering. I don't really care. That's a 2-drop. We'd play that over the Maka, probably. Thank you. We're kind of done. Realistically, I don't think we want a 3rd Roustabout. Sure, we'll take that. We'll take this, though we probably won't play it. We're more likely to put another creature out here, so let's take that. Wilderness Reclamation goes in our sideboard. We got some cuts to make. We should be at like 45 or 49 here. All right, so Carnival's out. I'm going to take out the Dodger. I'm going to take out the Maka. I'm going to take out the Rumbling Ruin. That's just a win more, probably. So one reason, so we got 2 Simic Guild gates. Open the gates. I don't want to run an island, period. So let's see, we got 5 more cuts to make, 4 maybe at least. I mean, it's not bad to be able to run the incongruity side. I'd like to run that. We got two Gatebreaker Rams. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 gates we are going to run for sure. 2 of which produce blue, so that takes care of this requirement for sure. Is that enough to also satisfy our Zagana needs? Part of me says yes. Part of me says it's asking for a lot. Again, I don't want to run an island. So we'll come back to that. I'm going to cut 1 roustabout for sure. I like to skewer the critics. Well, I don't know. What if we get rid of skewer? The other thing is with the Fireblade Artist, we're 2 things I like about it. I mean, it's a 2/2 for it's a haste, which is great, but just the ability if the board stalls out to sacrifice your things and maybe finish them off. Kind of like Trumpeter, it's a 1/3, so it can block 2/2s all day, and then early on it could pitch in a few points of damage. At the end, maybe it finishes off 3 points of damage. 4, possibly 3 cuts to make. I want to keep, I think, Consign just another catch-all. I think I want to I like Rhythm. Rhythm makes a lot of our things better. I'm actually thinking we're going to shave the skewer here. As many colors as we are, I kind of want to keep the gates. But we could potentially go down to 16 land if we keep the gates. And the Infiltrator is just probably so much better in Orzhov with the Afterlife mechanic. Inspire Mangler might almost just be more of a removal spell, because otherwise it's just a 2/1 flyer for 3. Again, I like Clamor Shaman. I think we want Roustabout just for 3 power. Yeah, this is I don't know. More and more of this Zagana 4/4/4 is great. The ability to make it into a 8/8 with trample seems absurd. I think we're gonna keep it in still. I think I want to keep the Juggler in and just another draw card effect. I don't know. Maybe we'll shave one blade brand. We could keep our 41 as is. Or we could try to shave down to 40 with only having 16 land. Kind of where I want to go. Again, we've only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 2-drops. Gatebreaker Ram is possibly one of our best cards, if not our best card. Our 3-drop spot. We could shave into 4-drop. I mean, realistically, this is a 2-drop. Another removal spell. Kind of liking this over the Spire Mangler, to tell you the truth. This does help with a spectacle cost. We've only got one card we're looking at spectacle. If we are loaded up on the ground, I mean, it is 2 damage in the air. I think I want to keep the Brawl in. Just another removal spell. Keep coming back down to Infiltrator, Mangler, Trumpeter. We could shave the consign. We do, I mean, we have possibly 1, 2, 3, 4 removal spells. It is just a sorcery speed. Alright, let's try it like that. We may tweak it after we play our first round. Maybe exactly what we needed. It's not a clear Gruul Rakdos. Definitely another 4-color deck per se. So good news is we'll get to try out some of these cards though, and it'll help. It'll help down the road. Pick out where we're at with some of these decks. So, anyways, that's the draft portion. When we come back, we will have our round number 1 match. And welcome back to our Ravnica Allegiance draft here on our limited knowledge series. We are round number 1 of our 4-color aggro deck. Yeah. Playing possibly our favorite card so far in Gatebreaker Ram. It's been amazing for us, so there's our little buddy right there. So we have turn 2 Fireblade, turn 3 Ram so far. Yeah, it looks good to me. Solid curve. So I think we get our Ram out here for sure. Hoping we draw a gate next turn. I think we're going to sacrifice this. Oh, that's not what I... That's kind of a bummer. I thought it did. Yeah, see you again. A little early on this match, or I should say this match, this format, not understanding what these cards does. I thought that was 2 damage to a target, not just opponent. Rips. We could, I think we're going to play this out and this out. I'm gonna decline here because we could actually come really close to just finishing off our opponent here. So he probably blocks the ram, takes 2. Depends on what he plays. Not gonna sack anything here. So he's gonna probably block the Beast of Shadow. Is there anything we can get creature-wise? We can get a riot creature. Doesn't really help. We're gonna go to 1, back up to 2, 3 next turn. Got no need to sacrifice anything here. On blocks, we can pump our goblin if needed. Either way, he's dead. So Rakdos, I think we're good. The only thing I'd maybe look, Rakdos is probably, the idea is quick low to the ground. We could add in our Maca and our Skewer for something like Vindictive Vampire. And a Spire Mangler. Kind of want Skewer in, I think. I'm actually going to drop our gate for Skewer. Going forward, we may. I'm not gonna cut the blue Gale Gates, but we may cut blue with Zagana out of here. I'm not sure. It's such a powerful card. Hated to leave it on the side. That doesn't look very good. I'm saying that's what I'm afraid of. We're going to have. Yes, because we want the ram. Take Juggler. I don't have any black mana still, but we can get a swamp. Allow us to go, Trumpeter to a Juggler. Be a roustabout. Uh-oh, Immolation Shaman. Whenever the ability of an artifact your land isn't a mana ability, deals 1 damage to that player. And then for 5, gets +2/+2 gains minutes till end of turn. So it's not worth the bluff, getting an extra point of damage at this point. As terrible of a draw as we're having. Most only due to mana, period. This is definitely where we'd rather have the search for a gate for land card. So 2/2 haste menace. So that's the only one that's attacking. Doesn't seem like it was that great. Well, we're not out of it yet, but we are coming very close. That was a good pickup. Except I did my math wrong. Gosh, dang it. I've looked at this 4 times, and I swear I think its converted mana cost is 5. Alright, well that was a good pickup. We're gonna have to fight the Wrecker here. Actually, no, we're gonna have to fight the Immolation Shaman because it's just gonna basically kill us right here. We're taking 5, 6, 7 here. think we're dead regardless. We go to 2. Spewer takes us to 1. I don't even know if I want to show him another card. Yeah. I don't even want to show him another card in our deck. Especially not the Ravager Worm, the card where he hasn't seen yet. Alright, so with that in mind, I still don't know that we're that far off, but I'd hate to draw a card I really have no chance of playing in this matchup, and I need to hit my lands, my colors, so that's where we're going to be in this matchup. We need to be quicker, we need to be a little bit better than that. Okay, that's reasonable. We got our colors. Though this, we're only going to use this as a potential finishing. We don't have any, whatchamacallit, good. Really looking for our death touch. It's kind of, so he didn't skewer there. So he's looking to trigger Spectacle there. There goes our Dagger Caster. Could take the skewer here. Think of the dagger, yeah. And say doesn't know the potential of Dagger Caster, so that's reasonable. Lead with this, looking for a ram. So we're in a pretty good space. Do we want to fire off the collision here? So we could deal 6, knock him to 8. Say he's probably not looking to use his spewer now, so far behind. That's fine, he can't block. We pump the trumpeter. We're in a really good position. So he's going to take another 4 here. Goes to 5, back up to 6. You gotta decide whether to block or not. Kind of has to block here. Here we're gonna play our dagger caster because I just wiped his board. Sorry, buddy. That's just game. Guess you didn't even think about that. Well, a couple things. The Jund portion of the deck seems really good. Seems really good. The blue splash, again, it's not worth it because we're gonna play those gates regardless. Just wish we kind of had one more Simic Guild gate. Would have been nice, but oh well. We don't, so we're gonna stick with I think what we have. I could look at another Blade brand, some combination in here somewhere, but I think the one thing that Titanic Brawl actually is kind of mediocre in the deck, to tell you the truth. We don't have a lot of things that are going to fight things and actually straight up kill them. So I'm actually going to shave a Brawl and bring back in Skewer. I kind of, at this point, maybe even want our 10th Street Dodger in here. Again, just some cheap early damage has been great. And again, like we said, we can still play the guild gates and not play Zagana. It's just 2 additional forests. We can still play Incubation with the possibility of incongruity. Collision is one that honestly, I don't know. Say it could go to the sideboard. The Titanic Growth side of it, the +4/+2, would we play it anyways? I don't know. Over the 10th Street Dodger, I mean, just chipping in some points of damage, and then, you know, I don't know. You know, to go, you know, Dodger or Blade Artist has some valid to it. One thing we have to remember, that is 6. 6. Not 5, 6. Well, we won round 1, so I think we roll this back. Again, Zagana is just so good, and if we end up get into another like Rakdos match or even a Simic that just kind of gets clogged up on the ground, we need something that kind of can push us over the top. In which case, you know, Brawl and Zagana then fare a little bit better. But I think where we're very aggro and we want to kind of get things out early, that's where Skewer is a little bit better than the other Titanic Brawl. Yeah, I think we're going to stick with that. Think about sideboard wise. The only other thing, you know, Rumbling Ruin is a possibility. We still don't have a ton of pulse encounters outside of getting an active rhythm down, but we're just going to stick with that and see where we can get in round number 2. So stay tuned, that's coming up next. And welcome back to our limited knowledge. We are playing another Ravnica Allegiance draft. Sitting at 1-0 in round number 2. Don't think we faced that great of a deck. Again, you've heard me say this a lot. I'm going to continue to say this early in formats. It's kind of hard to tell what is really a good deck and what's not a good deck. Yeah. Drop, droppity, drop, 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 drop again. So this hasn't happened a ton, but it has happened. So we're gonna log back in. Sorry about that. The second time we've had that happen. I like our Urbana. We're gonna keep. We're gonna play this first. We're thinking, in case we get our juggler or whatever that red-black's called. Yeah, the artist. That's why we did what we did. Now, the only bad thing on that end, if we don't draw an untapped land, we don't have a turn 2 play. So that's kind of unfortunate. If we do draw an untapped land, oh, that's saucy. That makes things more interesting. We could artist gates. We could gate. We want a blue for our gates, so I'm gonna roust about here. Depending on what he plays, next turn could be attack with both. Play. So we're going to kind of hosed. Tell you the truth, way hosed. Can't go get our. This seems bad. Seems bad. Say we can't go get our Simic Guildgate and play anything else. Beastmaster and everything, we're so dead. We need draw a ram game. So that's... So he's gonna give it we're not dead. That's instant. This is trample. Alright, let's think about this. So we attack all. He blocks the 7/6 here. Blocks the 4 here. Blocks here. We pump this. Now we have to play it now. Right? Because if we pump it, no, the fight. Oh, we win still. If this is the way it goes down. Okay. So hopefully he goes 7/6, leads the other one away, and we'll win it. Double blocks. We may have to just pump and fight something else. Is this... I think that's always blocking, right? Okay, yeah. I was confused there for a second. I thought like as soon as it was assigned, it was just triggering, but no, that was his finished done blocking. That was kind of threw me for a loop. I almost like punted past that, but gruel, just pretty much straight gruel. Tower defense kind of seems reasonable here in this matchup. Also, maybe a Titanic Brawl. It'd be nice if we had a way to destroy... I think this is too fast for Zagana and getting stuck with it in our hand, right? I kind of like Blade Brand here, just trading with something... Yeah, I think this is kind of attrition based a little bit. Almost thinking about pulling out the collision, but it just won the game there, so that kind of seems borderline dumb. Again, I kind of like tower defense, but in replace of what? Gates? Sure. You know, in response to a fight or a pump spell, I just think we need to be able to win some combat tricks potentially in this matchup. That kind of sucks. I think we can get a better draw in regards to our mana. We have no black. So yes, in a way. I'm going to put that down because we need to hit land. Most importantly. And definitely need to hit lands. We need to hit. Ah. Alright, so we're just gonna hold the firebrand. Or firebrand. The blade brand. As much as I would kind of like to play out the gate breaker ram, I could see it just getting taken from us too in this board state and just dying. So our goal here is just not dying. That has to attack every turn. Across the board, we're in some trouble here. So we've got this block. We can't make it to a point to play that out. Our 4/4 ram is not going to get us anywhere either, right? We're just going to take 3 and lose a creature. He already knows we have a Gatebreaker Ram. Let's just play it and just see where we go from here. Okay, so we've got a Wayfinder additionally. Another Recluse. Okay. So we could just won that turn. So here's our non-experienced player that just wants to go in for as much damage as he can. It's fine. If he wants to give us a little bit more information, we're happy for it. Alright, so with that said, I don't know if we're fast enough. When we speed ourselves up, or do we just need to go lower to the ground? I definitely think our Daggercaster and our Blade Brands very well could be what tilts the game in our favor. Skewer's just, I mean, Skewer's big enough with that, with triggers on the stack. Fighting, and we have to. Maybe we need Brawl in. Maybe we need to ditch our Trumpeter for our Maka. Maybe. Is this too slow? 2-3 for 4? Yeah. Is this just better? I think we need our Brawl back in here. Oh shoot. I thought that, yeah, but I knew it was, it was taking a long time, like I was surprised we had that much time. That bar went by a lot faster than I thought it was going this way. Oh well. This is slow. But we have Rhythm, we have Gatebreaker, and we have a Brawl in our hand. I'm actually going to keep this. I don't know if it's the best keep in the world, but if we can go Rhythm, Gatebreaker, Brawl, we may be able to pull ahead in this game. Oh, come on, Mountain. Question of the day, what do we want to do? Make a 3-3 hasty? Do we want to make a 3-4 probably vindictive vampire? So this is, I still think Riot's a trigger, right? I'm pretty sure. We're going to give this haste, I think. Yeah, we're just trying to get fast so we can draw Forest Ravager. That would be dirty. Forest Ravager would be dirty. Come on, Forest. I think that still works. It's a 5-6. And that's just game. Oh, it's not game. Sorry. I thought it was game. I didn't mean to throw the preemptive good game. But, yeah, that works. Sweet. Good news. I was kind of worried about kind of a linear Gruul Rakdos deck being, well, I don't know. I think any two-color, curve is something we were a little scared of. So, yeah. Turns out, Rhythm of the Wild, Gatebreaker, Ram are still pretty good. And yeah, that was nice. And we drew the lands when we needed them at the right time. Just, we drew great. They did not have a great draw at all. Super slow. And, again, pointing back to what I think that player experienced there. So we saw game 1 playing extra cards. They didn't need to. And just going in for the big attack, trying to throw up a big number there. Then we see game 3, probably a hand. I'm going to assume that they should have mulliganed, that they kept probably because they had a lot of land in their hand, and maybe 1 to 2 creatures that were high cost, and you know, they just possibly just drew more land, and that's where it got us. So anyways, we'll take it and hope that we can get another one coming up on round number 3. But we've already got our 2 wins. That's our minimum goal. So I hate to say, you know, goal number 1's met. Goal number 2's going, you know, winning one of these next 2 games, getting to that 3rd win is just still reasonable. So I think that's a fair goal. I was going to say winning one of the next 3, but if we lose 2 straight, then we definitely fail that goal. But so we definitely want to win one of these next 2 games. You know, that would get us to 3-1, which at that point we're in-house money again. So anyways, stay tuned. We have round number 3 just around the corner. And welcome back to our Ravnica Allegiance draft. We are jumping into round number 3. See if we can continue our winning streak. Alrighty. Yes, we would like to play first. And we would like to keep said hand. Looks pretty good. At worst, we're sitting on a turn 3 Gatebreaker Ram. Yeah, I'm liking it. Like to see this kind of hand every game. Got our colors. Got some reasonable creatures. Like we could have an Orzhov matchup. Hopefully we don't see a final payment. Beautiful. We don't also see a, what is it, Archmage thingamahoosit. If we could break this tether some way. We can probably just play our juggler here. Got no need to attack into that. That's a fear. I didn't even know that had flash. Sweet. I like it. Probably play a Mangler. Gonna pass the turn here. Can brawl a ram against something probably later. Maybe look at just ambushing this courier. Or do we even care? Or would we rather have a 2-1 flyer ourselves? We may need that. We got a couple brawls, so we'll just fight there for now. Attack with our juggler, and we'll look to make that trade. Actually, that's a good. Probably just haste. We'll probably look to ambush the Sphinx. And this is I think a pretty good trade. And especially if we get a ambush the Sphinx here. He might be thinking he can race. Hopefully we don't get quenched here. Say, I don't think he's got quench for sure. If we're gonna go haste on this, right? Got a final payment here. Or we've got a flash creature of some sort. Summary judgment. Sweet. Well, that's just a waste of mana. At least he tells us he's got nothing else to do with that mana. I skipped right through. That was kind of a cool thing to move it. Got 2 gates. Need to hit some creatures. Swinging the wrong way for it. Ugh. I can't remember if, I don't think we have any reason to keep a gate right now. We need our big fight guy. That'd be sweet. Double rams just locked up. They can't break the gates. Dang, that kind of stinks. We had another green mana. Haste isn't going to help us. Actually, yeah, haste may help us. Talking to 10. Kind of out of this to an extent right now. I'm gonna sack that, draw a couple cards, maybe. Yeah, that's a good attack by him. We've got 2, we got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mana. That's 6. Yeah, we can't. So if we pump, and no matter how we do it, give this haste. Make that not block. The most we can do is like 3 points of damage. So we'll just see if we see another card from our opponent's deck. Don't have any enchantment destruction, unfortunately. I don't know if we have any. Actually, I think we might have an enchantment destruction. I have the. We'll see when we get to the sideboard. Can't remember what green. No, white has. Has some stuff. Let's see what we have as far as options go. Say tower defense may be reasonable against flyers. What do we take out? I think we may want Titanic Brawl in here too, if we're gonna get some things. Well, we got Collision. That's good. We have anything that's bad? Let's go ahead and take out the gates. Bring in Tower Defense. And then maybe take out Skewer for another Titanic Brawl. We could consign to the pit as well. And just not having a way to take out an enchantment kind of stinks. But yeah, it's okay. We'll see what we can do. I like our changing avatar. Just keeps morphing. Oh. Ugh. But so we are gonna keep it. It's no bueno. Not the scariest rams, and we've determined it cannot break a gate, so might be a game we're kind of stuck a little bit on. Color requirements, and we'll see. Could be tethered right now to the not having a black source is kind of hurting us right now. Missing the land drop isn't very good either. Say ideally we just want a swamp probably. It's the old land drops. Well, we're not out of this by any means. We can certainly put a little bit of pressure on our opponent from time to time. But this is not putting any pressure on our opponent. Well, we weren't going to mulligan to 5. We'd be in probably just about the same boat as we are anyways. You know, maybe have some land, but then... Ugh. That, sir, and ladies, is game. Game, set, match. Well, that's a matchup I would like to play over again just to see how close it could actually be, how much, you know, one-sided it is or isn't. And so, kind of hope I'd like to see that matchup again, maybe next round, just for our learning purposes. But yeah, that one didn't go our way. Anyways. Round number 4 is coming up next. Stay tuned. And welcome back to our limited knowledge here. We've got round number 4 coming up of our Gractos. Aw, man, come on. Oh, silly things. Unable to connect. Well, we're gonna have to get connected if we're gonna play some Magic. Otherwise, we could just straight up lose our next match because we started to get in. Okay, good. Save. That would suck. Lose a round because we can't get in. Yeah, I think we keep this. We go Forest Gates, go get our Simic Guild Gate. We may be a little slow, but we're going to hit all of our colors. That'd be... So we'll play our Semi-Go Gate, probably go Incubation. That's the way that works. Always. I'm gonna count that as thankful? Probably not, though. Ugh. That was miserable. Because now, I mean, we don't even have a turn 3 play. See if he enables Spectacle. Ooh, that's a good card. That's a really good card. Especially if your opponent's not playing Magic. So he can make us discard 2 cards, which would be a Guildgate and a Gravelhide Goblin, let's say. We want to play Zagana, I think, next turn. Or that's probably just a better play by our opponent. And you can play, so during your turn, if an opponent lost a life this turn, you may play cards. So it's got to deal damage like with the Trumpeter, and they can still cast those cards, which is pretty sweet. At least that tells us that they don't have a combat trick in their hand currently. Yeah, so you get to hit your land cards. Sweet. I think we drop our... Oh, well, they got Skewer. it's so great. Yeah, we're probably just straight up dead. Theater. Great card advantage. Opponent's in the tank. And that's sacrifice we have to sacrifice. So we can sacrifice the Torch Fiend, make the Infiltrator unblockable, hit us for 4, takes down to 11. Let's play his land off his theater. So kind of need a mountain. I don't know, we're not in a great position because of this very slow draw. Thanks for being so small, little guy. The Ram game. Gate Ram. Gate Breaker Ram. I think we blocked the Trumpeter. No, we don't block the Trumpeter because it's still got Menace. Yeah, cool. So that's a Spewer. You can play a Spewer now. It goes to 7. Now, we're in trouble, that's for sure. Got to sacrifice the Fiend. Oh, he's got a. I'm sure he's got a lot of ways that he can finish us out in the next turn or two. Yeah, that hurts. You know, in all of our drafts, we have not seen any records yet. Like that card. 2/2 haste, Menace. It's Gruul and Rakdos really well. Yep. So we take 7 here, go to 3. We got no outs. What his draw is, and if it's the Spewer still finishes off even if we draw something. We're not gonna play anything, we're gonna see what his theater hits. He's got 1 light, 1 skewer, 1 juggler. We can make it hasty. We didn't see anything extra there. Do see a vindictive vampire, so another piece of information. Tap the Spewer, sack the Spewer. You can do a lot of little things just to ensure. Sure, you take the victory. Okay, so I think we're gonna add here. So with that, I'm going to take out, well, I'm going to take out this, take out collision. I want to add in that. Then I want to add in caretaker and another brawl. I'm going to take out our infiltrator. And our incubation. Kind of questioning even taking out Zagana. I'd hate to get stuck, but we have the caretaker on top of it, so we're gonna go with that. We'll change up. Just a couple earlier, cheaper creatures maybe. Okay, so we can go turn 2 hybrid, turn 3 ram. Do we want to play the ram out? We'll go ahead and drop the Gruul Guildgate first. Just saying, do we want to run the ram gang out with less than 4 toughness? Knowing that they have 1 skewer for sure. So here we're just going to go aggro on them. Then we'll play the Guildgate out and play our Sauroform hybrid. Actually, we'll play the Roustabout here. Could have kept up Blade Brand there. Could even just not even attacked. Because what this could do is allow him for turn 3 Juggler. This may have been a bad attack on our part. Yeah. I mean, it was a bad attack. Other than what it may have done is just allowed him to attack, depending on what he's got. Same, yeah. So what we're looking for is a Guildgate here, or a brawl. You know what? We're gonna offer the trade up here. So whenever it becomes blocked, hopefully we hit a land here. We're gonna go an untapped land, play our goblin as well. Oh, I mean, that's a nice card to see. We can play Trumpeter and Goblin next turn. Yeah, mistap there if we were going to play our Trumpeter too. We did not do. I think at this point we just want to continue to trade as best as we can and stay ahead. Can't be blocked. Defender claws. Does a hasty goblin help us at all? Or just being able to, first we attack, and then we'll just probably put down a 2/2 goblin, depending upon how he blocks. If he's just got a land, he's taken 6 this turn. Papa's possibly still taking 6. Imagine he's gonna block the gravel hide here. Be safe. They have tempted to play the Mangler here, just as a guarantee, well, not even guaranteed, but we'll play the Vampire out. At this point now. Just to be mana efficient. So he'll block. He's got a block. Got a block there and there. That. And we'll just play out the Maca and the Trumpeter. He did it before blocks, or he's just gonna die. Just the way he's feeling. Because now he's dead, yeah. I think that was an oops moment for a minute. Okay. Looking at that caretaker, there's so much menace. It's not even worth it. And the Dodger, and I didn't like it. I think I'd rather just have another. I mean, we could put in a Carnage as well. Seems cute. I don't know if it's really where we want to be. Put the gates in there. We could. Let's go ahead and just go back with our incubation and our gates. Honestly. Now, this one's kind of tricky. Nothing great, nothing terrible. I go first. Interesting. Very interesting. They wanted the extra card in this matchup. That's the Ram and the Maca sounds so not scary. We hit an untapped land, we'll go Axebane Beast probably. We don't hit. Of course, we play Guild Gates. So here's an interesting thing. So we could attack with just the roustabout. See where things go. It gets through, that allows a skewer and a brawl. Alright, so that combat went pretty good for us, I think. Only unfortunate thing there is we didn't have, you know, we can't go incubation and axe fame there. So incubation, we'll see what we draw. As I say, is digging probably for our, maybe our fight creature. Ooh, nice. First time we've seen that card. Rhythm could break this game open. Could break this game open, hopefully, for us. Like, they play out something small, we drop a Gatebreaker Ram, and just give it haste. Or put another counter on it. It's a good draw from our opponent. Basin point right there. Fortunately, we can't play it, but next turn, you know, we got a 5/5 haste, trample, vigilance if needed, or it's just a 6/6. So he'll attack. So we're going to probably just give it haste then at this point. We're going to put a counter on this. Actually, no, we want to give this haste. We'll have an opportunity to put yeah. Probably if the juggler comes at us, if he tracks with all of them, we'll probably just block the 1/1s. We have the opportunity to pump the hybrid. If he just attacks with the juggler, I'm a little scared. I probably just look to trade it with the hybrid. Now on the bottom of our light, well, we don't know what it is because it's random order. It was a brawl and land, maybe 2. No, there's at least a forest and a brawl, a ram. 4th could have been a Simic Guildgate. So 2 lands on our bottom. A reasonable shot. Yeah. That tells me, in my eyes, he's got a removal of some sort. Possibly skewer, if that's his hope, was to block and then kill the Ram Gang with a burn spell of some sort. Yep. He's got another way to finish it off. So at least we're gonna make him maximize his spells here. We're gonna go counter, haste. if we just draw a creature next turn, we give it haste, tap down, or make one of their creatures not be able to block. What's this? Is that the... bummer. That's pretty good. Again, we're looking at like Zagana. We're looking to draw our big fight creature. And it's good. It wasn't a big. It wasn't like a threat right there, but it dug them. Scorch is gonna take out that, yeah. Here, we need to draw. We need to draw hot here. We need to go creature. Not a creature! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I like the theater a lot. A lot. Sitting at 8 cards in our yard that are not lands. We have 7 out. We got 23 cards left, plus our 9 out. We had 16 lands, 7, so that leaves 9 with possibly 2 on the bottom. That's 7 over 23 is lands. We need that fight guy. Yeah. Now you can go 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you can deal 7 for sure right now. We just lost going land to land right there, just in dust. Rhythm was gonna have a chance of pulling us ahead, but him dropping the horror, that's a tough ask right there. Especially in a good aggressive deck like this. This is a tough ask. To be able to supplant your opponent with that. Yeah, we're just dead. Bummer. Bummer, dudes. Well, I really want that Azorius matchup back more than anything, just to kind of see how that was. That was just losing to a good card. I mean, that just separated us right there for sure. But I don't know. We got to our minimum, so that's a start. And yeah. Next time, we'll do a little better, I promise. And that's not true. We're going to try to do better. We're going to try to get back up to at least that 3 wins. But still learning, enjoying this format a lot. And we're going to continue to play. So thanks for joining us again. Continue to check us out on our YouTube channel, our Alpha Strike Live. You'll catch our Limited Knowledge series. And you'll catch some more of our MTGA, the arena side. Some MTGO, where we're going to be Cuban and get some modern action. And again, looking at uploading some more videos. And one of these days we'll go live and see where that gets us. So anyways, thanks for tuning in. Hope you guys have a great rest of your Magic evening.